Good afternoon, grade sixes. All right, we're going to do a thing on naming triangles now. So we did exploring triangles last time. We looked at equilaterals, isosceles, and scalene. Now we're going to be doing something similar, but it has to do more with angles, okay? So we can name triangles by the type of interior angles. So acute, so this is where our angles comes in, guys. An acute is less than 90 degrees. So what this means is all the angles in the triangle have less than 90 degrees, okay? So here we have 57, 43, and 80, all right? So this would be an example of an acute angle, but this would be an example of a scalene angle, okay? Or scalene triangle as well, okay? Next, we have a right triangle. There's always a 90-degree angle there, okay? So it doesn't even give the other stuff away, but it has one 90-degree angle, all right? So this is a right triangle, okay? This would probably be an example of a scalene as well, okay? Now, this is an obtuse angle, okay? What an obtuse triangle is, okay, is what's obtuse mean? It's greater than 90 degrees. So it has one angle, only one, greater than 90 degrees. So we don't even need to see what these are, these two, okay? We know that this is 136 degrees, all right? So it is a obtuse, okay? Now, just looking at this triangle, okay, this looks like a scalene as well. It might be an isosceles if these are the same, okay? So that is naming triangles. We're going to move on. So one of the reasons why you learned about all the different types of triangles, so you learned about isosceles, isosceles, okay? You learned about scalene, okay, and you learned about an equilateral, all right? Then you learned about a acute, right, and obtuse. Okay, so the reason you did this is because now, all right, you're able to compare. Okay, so it says we can sort triangles in a Venn diagram. For example, choosing the sorting rule, isosceles triangles and acute triangles, okay? You can look at any triangles and put what needs to go in the Venn diagram. For instance, it says the triangles in the left loop have two equal angles, okay? So isosceles triangles are all about two equal angles. So here's 45, here's 45, okay? This is also a right triangle, okay? However, that's not what we're comparing there. This next one, you have two 40-degree angles, okay? So it is a isosceles triangle as well, okay? Now, this is non-acute because this is 100 degrees, okay? This one is the same. It's non-acute because this is 90, which is right on the dot, okay? All right, now we look at these triangles. This one is an example of a scalene, okay? There's three different angles. However, we're not comparing scalene here, okay? So this one goes in the acute section because all the angles are less than 90 degrees. Same thing here, 50, 60, 70. Scalene triangle, okay? However, they're all less than 90, so it's acute. All right, now comes the weird one, in the middle. Okay, so what has two equal angles but is less than 90 degrees? My one triangle is 80, 50, and 50. This is an example of an isosceles, but is also an example of an acute. So this is an example of one where it goes into both.